Good day to all. In this video, we will be starting the chapter Biomolecules. At the starting of Biomolecules chapter, these two tables are given. We will look into these tables, what these tables say and what can be the inferences of these tables. Coming to the first table, in this particular table, there is comparison of elements between non-living and living matter. So, as we see in this particular table, the elements are similar in earth crust, that is non-living, as well as the human body, that is living matter. But the percentages of these elements are different. For example, if we see the first element, that is hydrogen, the percentage in earth crust is 0.14, but the percentage in human body is 0.5. So, we need not learn the percentages, but we need to see what is the ascending or descending order of the elements, especially in the living matter. Now, if we see the living matter, then the maximum concentration is of oxygen. We can see that the percentage given here is 65%. The second element which is most abundant is carbon. Here we can see the percentage of carbon given is 18.5. Next comes the nitrogen. The percentage of nitrogen is 3.3, which is given over here. After nitrogen comes the calcium, which is 1.5%, and fifth element we can see it is hydrogen, which is 0.5%. So, studying the descending or ascending order of 5 elements will be sufficient. So, let us write the percentages over here. So, the maximum was oxygen that we talked about. The percentage was 65%. After this comes the carbon. The percentage of carbon was 18.5%. After carbon comes nitrogen. The percentage of nitrogen that is given here, it is 3.3%. After nitrogen comes the calcium, which we had marked over here, which is 1.5%. And then comes the hydrogen, which is just 0.5%. So, this is the descending order of 5 elements in living elements. So, we need to learn this particular order. One more inference we can make out of this particular table is that if we see silicon over here, then the percentage in earth crust is 27.7%, but its percentage in human body, that is the living matter, is negligible. So, it is absent. Other elements are almost present in both matter, living matter and non-living matter, but silicon is abundant in the earth crust, that is non-living matter, but it is negligible in the case of human body. After this, we come to the second table. Second table shows the average composition of cells, that is what are the components that are present in a particular cell. So, as we see the components over here, water is present, proteins are present, carbohydrates, lipids, nucleic acids and ions are present. There is a particular mnemonic to learn this, and the mnemonic is Vepron-Kelly. So, we can write this particular Vepron-Kelly as, so we can call it, it's just a hypothetical word to learn this, Vepron-Kelly. Now, here WA stands for water. So, water is maximum. Its percentage given is 70 to 90%. Second comes the proteins. The percentage of proteins in cell is 10 to 15%. Then comes N stands for nucleic acids. Nucleic acids, as we see in particular table, it is 5 to 7%. After nucleic acids comes the carbohydrates. The percentage of carbohydrates given is 3%. Then comes the lipids. The percentage of lipids is 2%. And lastly are ions, and the percentage is 1%. So, Vepron-Kelly, this particular mnemonic will give you the descending order of the components that are present in a cell. In this, if you see that last 3 carbohydrates, lipids and ions, the percentage is 3%, 2% is 1%. So it can be easier to remember if we do it in particular order.